Hello and welcome to this week's video. So for this video, I'll just be sharing my crochet project wish list and just inspiration for crochet ideas because I like watching such videos, especially when I'm looking for inspiration or just like to test my skills. And if I see something I like, I'd be like, okay, let's see how we can make that or like recreate that or something like that. Yeah. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. And let's get into the video. So I have mine on a Pinterest board and I've put them in different sections. So we'll just go through one section at a time as I share my likes towards why I chose to put these on my board. So the first section that we'll be going through is the dresses. I haven't made that many dresses. If anything, I've only made dresses to go for like a dinner occasion, but never just for fun or maybe just as a pattern test. So I really want to make a mesh dress, but then I want like the mesh to have an intricate design. So I've been experimenting, not really experimenting, learning new mesh stitches. So hopefully by the end of the year I'll have a mesh dress. But I've also recently come across this dress that has been made with the houndstooth stitch, and it really looks nice. And I feel like if you were to say, for example, wear it to work, it'll really work because it gives like formal vibes, like a casual formal type of thing. Anyway, I'm not really good at explaining all these things. If I find something cute, that's it. That's as far as I can go. I also like to play around with textures and then mixing colors. So a lot of the patterns you may see incorporate a lot of mixed stitches and mix of colors. So next we have accessories. So what I put in this board was a lot of home decor items as well as just fun little projects that I think would be interesting to make. So first I have a lot of blankets. Ever since I made this blanket, I feel like I want to make 15 more. So I put a few of them here, and one of them specifically that I want to try is the retro daisy granny square. I think I'll just put an image here instead of trying to explain. So I want to make one, but in the theme of like the mood blanket, like a mental health blanket. So like I've been tracking my mood over the past few months, and hopefully when I get here, I can get started on it. But for now, I'll just keep tracking my mood, and then yeah, one day I will own such a blanket. I will, like for real, like I have to. Anyway. I also want to make one using I want to call it the linen stitch. The one where you do a single crochet, chain one, single crochet. I think it's called, yeah, it's a linen stitch. So that one also has such a nice pattern to it. I have made a cardigan, and the front part of it, I used that stitch with a mix of colors and it looked so nice. So I was like, this as a blanket, yeah, sign me up. And then I also have floor pillows. I like to look into things that are quite functional, and I feel like a floor pillow, if I had a floor pillow, I'll live on my floor. Just saying. Anyway, so floor pillows, I've seen them like in different shapes, different sizes, different designs. Like the limits are endless. It just depends on how much stuffing you have and how much time you want to dedicate into making it as big as possible or just a nice moderate size. I find them like it'll be a nice addition to a space, and it's also functional. So yeah. Another thing is those tapestry, what can they call? I think they're just called tapestries. The ones where they have different grids crocheted into them. Wow, explaining things. Count me out. Anyway, so like for this space, for example, seeing that it's so bare, I'd like to add some pops of color. And I think those little tapestry things would be nice to add on here. And also you can make them as big as possible, as long as possible, as wide as possible. Again, the possibilities are endless, and they will add like some pop of color, like some good vibes, just uplift the mood of the space. And then we also have these leaf curtains. I'm sure you've seen them around. I've also seen one that was flowers instead of the leaves, and I was like, wow, That's so cool. What if you also mix the flowers and the leaves? Heaven. Anyway, so those kind of things that will just make your space look just a little bit cuter and just boost up your mood every time you see your space. Yeah, anyway, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Oh, okay. Another one I saw is I think they're called curtain holders or something, where there's one that I saw that was a bouquet of flowers. The curtain holders, I've seen some that were like leaves that when it wraps around the curtain, it looks like it's just vines dangling onto it. And then I saw one that was like a stuffed animal, like a sloth. You know how sloths are always on trees? So now imagine the sloth is just hugging your curtain. It was very cute. The
Anyway,
next thing I have is these, can I call them desk friends, like desk pets? I've seen them made with polymer clay, but I've also seen like small amigurumi characters like that people put maybe around their desk. Or if you want a bigger size, you can have them like on your couch, on your bed. Just again, possibilities are endless. I feel like when it comes to crochet, you can recreate almost anything that you want. So a lot of these amigurumi pieces, I find them quite cute. And also, I feel like if I had a few of them, I'd just be happy to be at my desk working, placebo effect, maybe. I don't know. I also saw these. Is it like an pillow where you can put it on your keyboard? It's like an armrest that's supposed to be more comfortable. I guess it gives like the feel of an ergonomic keyboard. So I think it's just like a rectangle, and then you add stuffing, and then you have your little, what can I call it? Wrist pillow. Yeah, I'll just put images over here. So in case I'm talking gibberish, don't worry. There will be visuals everywhere. Yeah. I think the last thing I have on this is leg warmers. I don't know why, but I feel like I just want a pair of leg warmers. Even though I'll just wear them around the house, I just want them. So I have a few of them, which I found quite cute. And I feel like if they turn out well enough, maybe, just maybe, I'll wear them outside the house. Next, we'll move on to bags. So usually, honestly, I'm not a bag person because I don't know. It's just too much. But anyway, I found these ones quite cute, and I feel like if I had them, maybe I would be a bag person. So anyway, the first one that I've been seeing around is these shoulder bags made of t-shirt yarn or like velvet yarn, and they're just so cute. I feel like if it's that small, maybe I can carry it around because I'll just carry like my phone and maybe actually just that's it, just phone and money, like just a small functional bag that also adds to the outfit, and it's also quite cute and dainty. Yeah. And then also I've been wanting to make a tote bag, one that I can just throw my yarn into if I was to go somewhere with. Because sometimes when I start making something, it becomes too big and doesn't fit in a small bag, and I don't have a bag big enough to carry my crochet projects with. So I want to make like a big tote bag, not necessarily extra large, just a bigger size than the one I currently have. The next thing we have is beanies. When I started crocheting, I feel like beanies were something I was just so obsessed with making. But then now I want to make more scrap beanies because I find that the way the colors change, the design of it, the whole mystery of it is quite fun to make. And then at the end of it, you get quite a unique piece that even you can't really replicate unless you followed it word for word and line by line. So yeah, I want to make a lot more scrap beanies and incorporate all of my scrap yarn so that I'm being sustainable as well as I'm practicing this hobby that I love so much. So scrap beanies and scrap projects. I feel like I can do a whole video on scrap projects because the possibilities are endless. The next one is scarves. This one I feel like I just put it because I liked how the scarves look like. There's actually one scarf I made. Is it scarf? Wow, scarf. There's a scarf I made, a green one that was very textured. It's one of my favorite scarves. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'll be making more scarves, but I feel like the way the structure of a scarf is, it's very easy as a beginner to use that to practice different stitches and mixing stitches and just learning something new. So I think that's why I have scarves on this because it's like a good practice medium for your crochet skills that doesn't require you to follow a complex pattern or know how to shape something. It's just like a long rectangle. So, yeah. So for the next one, we have shirts. I don't know why shirts have been quite intimidating for me. Like every time I think of making a crochet shirt, I just shy away from it, and I'm like, nope, not today, not today. But anyway, I find them very beautiful, and also because they can be layered or just worn as they are. Like you can wear your shirt as is with maybe a bralette underneath during the warm weather, and then when it gets cooler, you can put a turtleneck underneath and just layer it and on top of other pieces of clothing, and it'll still look quite cute. So I will look for a design of shirts that I really want to make and just make them. Because look at this. I feel like they're also unisex and you can make them to fit literally anyone. So I'll stop shying away from the shirts and just do something about it. And also, I feel like they've been going quite viral online, especially I think it's called the Relaxagon shirt. Wow. I'll look for it and put it over here. I've seen so many of them in different variations, and I'm like, I want one too. I really do. Anyway, before I obsess over shirts, let's move on. This next category, it's shorts and pants. And this, I had them in mind as like loungewear, like comfort. Because I'm the type of person who just likes to be comfortable around the house. So you'll find me like in shorts, like sweatpants, just something I can easily move around, or tights. So I want to make like a short set where it's like a sweater, a bralette, and then a pair of shorts. So I saw these pair of shorts and I thought they were so cute. But the only thing is, I feel like for them to be comfortable and using a rib stitch to achieve such a look will make it a bit bulky unless I'm using a slip stitch. But anyway, we'll see. If you know, slip stitches take forever. But anyway, if I really want it, I'll get to it. And for the pants, I put this because I saw a pair of cargo pants that was like, wow, these are stunning. And also they're quite intricate, meaning it'll be quite a nice challenge to try and make these. Like, look at them. But anyway, yeah, that's my shorts and pants category. Not much, just a lot of obsession over the item itself. So trying to make different variation of a pair of shorts or a pair of pants. Actually, for pants, I need to start by making a pair first. I've never made a pair of pants. And then finally, we have my obsession, mesh tops and sweaters and cardigans. Where do I begin? There's so many different mesh tops I'd love to make, especially the ones that mix stitches, where you'll find a treble crochet, or you'll find a double treble crochet, or just a mesh stitch, or someone has done like a cross stitch. Just, I want mesh in all types. That's all I'm trying to say. So there are a few designs that I've seen, also different variations of these mesh tops. Like it could be a short-sleeved cardigan. I can't even call it a cardigan if it's mesh, but you'll see the photos. Like a short-sleeved top, just be like a cover-up. So many possibilities, even though I can't articulate it properly. There's also the mesh design that has like the evil eye on it, that has like an oversized fit to it. I really like oversized fit on clothes because it is comfortable. And then also adding mesh to sleeves. Say if you're to make like a tube top or a bandeau top and then adding the mesh detail onto the sleeves. Yeah, you had me at mesh. And then we have the sweaters. If there's one thing I've been wanting to make is a sweater vest. There's something that I've never gotten to making. It's a sweater vest. Why? Very intimidated by it. For what reason? None at all. Yeah, I really don't know. But there's also the mesh that had the hound's tooth stitch. I really like how that stitch just turns out. So I feel like making a sweater vest with that design, yeah, that could look quite good. And then also just the cropped sweaters. I don't know where I got an obsession with cropped things, but everything I make these days is just cropped. But yeah, the cropped mesh sweaters, short sleeved, long sleeved. There are no other type of sleeves. No sleeves. I want to make more cardigans for me especially. I think I've made myself 2 in all those years that I've been crocheting. So I need at least one more, an updated version of every other version I had. And yeah, I don't know if there's much more to talk about in this cardigan set because there's so many different designs that one can come up with when it comes to sweaters and cardigans and just crochet pieces in general now that we're coming to the end. And yeah, I really hope that by the end of this year, I'll at least have done a few of these items that I've mentioned. And yeah, I think I've said India too much. Don't be annoyed with me, please. Anyway, so I'd like to end this video here. Comment down below what items you're working on and what is on your crochet project wish list. I'd love to know. Without further ado, let me end this video here before I start rambling again. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I make another video. Bye.